Hello, welcome to Should I Buy This Game, featuring Life of the Amazonia. My name is Christine, and in this video I'll give you a brief description on how the game is played, and then share a few things I may like or dislike about the game to help you decide if you want to add the Life of the Amazonia to your collection. Life of the Amazonia is a bag building game where you're collecting tiles so you can move along the paths and collect animals that you're going to add into your forests. At the beginning of your turn, you're going to draw 5 tokens from your bag that you will use on a variety of actions. You can use your water tokens to move along the water lily path and collect water lilies, or you can use your leaf tokens to move along the tree path and collect some trees, or you can use your leaf tokens as well to move along the terrain path to collect terrain pieces. You can also use an assortment of tokens that you need to get the animals to add into your forests. And you can use all your coin tokens to buy more tokens. There are also insect and scenery cards. The insect cards give you in-game benefits, and the scenery cards give you end-of-game scoring bonuses. Our first game took us 3 hours, but our second game only took us 1 hour and 45 minutes. So we learned a lot during that first game, and the game ends when 5 of the animals have been depleted. We really enjoyed this game, and with the 8 different animals, it gave us a variety of objectives to work towards. Here we have my completed forest, and I thought I'd go over some of the goals we're working towards. So the first one is the land, and that comes with your terrain pieces, which are these hex pieces like this. And when you're building it up, you're trying to get large groupings of the same type of terrain. So you can see I have my forest and then the land and the water, and you're trying to get really large groupings of each of those. Now, each of the animals have different effects. We're using card set A. So for example, the tamarins, they get points based on how many different animals are in the section. So not different, but how many, like not unique animals, just how many animals. So not counting the other tamarin, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unique animals. So he would get 4 points each. Then the caiman, he was a bit concerned about how many water lilies. So you're trying to build up your water lilies, and the more you have, the more points he gets. The toucan only gets 4 points. However, if it's placed on a bonus, you get to double the bonus. The frogs get 4 points, but they want to be beside the water lilies. So each set of frogs and water lilies will score you 4 points. The woodpeckers want to be pecking away at the trees. So again, it's a pair, it's a woodpecker with a tree, gets you 4 points. Now this little guy here was my bonus. There's a variety of different starting bonuses. So on the card here was, once I was able to place him, I was able to reduce the cost of getting an animal by 1 fruit, which is extremely beneficial to me. And there's a variety of them that you can choose from. The jaguar, he scores points depending how many animals are surrounding him, up to a maximum of 15 points. And then the otter scores points by how big your land is. He wants a really big land. The bigger it is, the more points you score. And finally over here, the macaw was based on how many trees are in the forest that the macaw is in. And so you're trying to work with the different animals, with your land, and to make combinations to get the most points. One of the things we learned from our first game is that I would consider this a long game. In the terms of, at the beginning of the game, I would spend the extra resources to try to get higher value resources. Because as the game progresses, you're going to want those 3s and 4s, pulling them out. Otherwise, you're going to go turn after turn without doing anything because you're still waiting to get enough numbers to move on to the higher levels that you're working towards. I've also played with the solo mode, and I really enjoyed it. All it is when you play solo, you get 20 turns. Each time you go, you move your token along the path. And when you hit a comet, you're going to go into the bag and you're going to pull out a token. It's going to tell you to remove, in this case, 2 woodpeckers from the board. You remove one of the scenery cards and then move 1 space along the tree track. At the end of the game, whatever score the solo mode is on the tree track and on the water lily track, you subtract that from your final score. And there is also a solo campaign that you can work towards. Now, one of the things I don't like about the game is that the tokens that come with it are so thin, and the entire game you're pulling tokens out of your bag that these would just basically pile together and hard to get. So I was able to buy the upgraded tokens, and it makes such a difference. You look at like the size comparison and the depth, and just having these in a bag and like moving them around, it's easier to like pull them out. They don't get stuck together. And so I really wish that the tokens that came with the game would at least been a thicker chipboard or that. I just find because they're such a focal point of the game that I wish they were of a better quality. But if you're able to get the upgraded tokens, I would highly recommend it. Overall, we really enjoyed Life of the Amazonia. And the time just flew by when we were playing. Before we knew it, an hour and 45 minutes had gone by and the game was over. So let me know in the comments if you've played Life of the Amazonia and what you think of the game.